Hey everybody, how y'all doing? So the last time y'all guys saw me was about 5 months ago. And I took a little hiatus because you will not be guessing where I'm at right now. As you can clearly tell by the environment, it looks a little different from my last video. And you might be wondering, oh my God, did she move? Did she get a new apartment? No. I'm actually here in Florence, Italy. Studying abroad for my first year of college. Yes, take in all the beauty, all the glory. Yes, I am here. I am actually here. So it has been 5 weeks now since I have been here, and the experience has been so out of body, so surreal. Like walking through the streets, eating the food, seeing the people, speaking the language, like I am here. Literally when I got here, it did not feel like I was actually in Italy. Like I would pass the Duomo and I was like, oh shit, like I'm seeing this in person. This is something that I have seen in my Pinterest pins, cause I'm just like, no, like I'm not gonna go. Like, did I sign up for the program? Yes, I did, but is it gonna happen? Well, it's here, and I'm telling y'all now it's here. So it's been really crazy. I really love it here, and honestly, it's been feeling like I'm in Epcot Disney World. Like when I walk the streets, I feel like I have seen this already before in a artificial version of Italy in Epcot. On to my rambling. Like I could go on for hours and hours and just basically explain how I feel right now, but it's getting a little better. I'm now sort of kind of getting used to the idea that I'm actually here. So that's pretty cool in my life. I love that. This is the first time that I'm in Europe. The only time that I have left the country was for Mexico, but that was literally like crossing the border. So that wasn't much. But now I have crossed the whole entire Atlantic Ocean, and I'm just like, wow. Did I really do that? Did I really do that? But I did, because I'm here right now. So you also might be wondering, what's the point of this video? Well, you see, I thought about this last night, and I said, I'm gonna have the best idea in the entire world. Like nobody has seen this. And I told myself, you know what? I'm gonna do a get ready with me in Italy. Hello, like the people have been asking, they want content that they have never seen before. Well, guess what? You ask, you shall receive. I am here to make that a thing now. So you're welcome. Without me, what would y'all guys do? What would y'all guys be? Y'all guys.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
So you're welcome. So now that I have washed my face, as you can clearly tell, I like to go over with some witch hazel. This is 100% witch hazel. But for me, I don't know. My skin's really weird. It hasn't really done much other than like clear up like some of the scarring issues, which that's what it's meant for. It's pretty quick with that kind of stuff. Like if I have like a scab or something, like it will go away in like 2 days. So that's pretty cool. And I just like to use some of these cotton rounds and just smear it all over my face necessarily. So y'all guys have so much undying questions that y'all guys want me to answer, and I am here to reveal the truth about Italy, the dark secrets of Italy. I'm kidding. I love Italy. I am doing college in between this, which is actually so beneficial since this is my first year of college. I still have not decided what college I'm transferring into, because this is a program that necessarily isn't with a particular college. Also, this is a collagen cream that I have gotten here in Italy. The name is smudged out, so please don't think that I'm gatekeeping this, but it's from a local vendor here in Florence that sold collagen cream, which I really like because it's like really smooth and it's really cool. I really want to try to do a second semester with my study abroad program because I've heard that the university that I want to transfer into requires you to do a full semester of studying abroad. So I was either thinking of London or Czech, but the problem with Czech is Prague. The problem with Prague is that you have to get a Czech visa, and for the like requirements of getting an Italian visa, I had so much of a hard time trying to get back my visa because the consulate that I'm in, or the consulate that was required for my jurisdiction, they love to take their sweet old time. And literally, I'm not even kidding, like 2 days before or a day before I had to leave, I was struggling to get my passport back because they were not giving it to me and they did not do it at a certain time that was required. Because my roommate, for example, she got her passport back within a week before we left, and I got it back the Friday that I had 2 days left or a day left before I left, because I left Sunday. And Friday, I literally went in person to the consulate to go pick it up, and I had to sit in the lobby for about like 2 to 3 hours, and they finally gave it back to me. At first, they were telling me that they didn't get any paperwork, or like the required paperwork that was needed for the visa. But I remember going off a checklist. I remember reviewing everything, like even my parents reviewed everything. And I was like, how could that be? Like, I remember putting those specific paperworks in there. And so my study abroad advisor with my program, he was like, well, sometimes they just want confirmation or just like some sort of, I don't know, like, I don't know how he phrased it, but he was saying that they normally want just extra information on, I guess, your paperwork. I don't know how this works. So he was like, since you live right near the consulate, just go in person, hand them in all the paperwork, and you should be able to walk out with your passport after that. And I was like, okay, cool, fine, we're chilling, you know, like, it's whatever. Was I freaking out? Yes, I was freaking the fuck out because I was like, how could this be? I literally have like 4 days left before I go, and I still haven't had my fucking passport back. So I was like, how could this be? The guy looked like an Italian security guard. So he was like telling me that if I had these required papers, and I was like, yes, I do actually. And so he brings out my application. Lo and behold, I see the fucking paperwork that was supposedly missing. It was my bank statements and my housing, which I was like, I remember specifically giving the official one to them. So why the fuck are they saying that it's not there? That doesn't make any sense. It was there. So I look at my mom and I was like, you see, like, I wasn't going fucking crazy. Like, I literally gaslit myself because I was like, there's no fucking way. There's no fucking way that they don't have it. Well, they had it. They just supposedly don't fucking verify, I guess. Moral of the story is that I got my passport, which it was just a hard process. And if I want to go to Prague, I have to be aware of my time, because I also need to head back at a certain time to go to Prague. Like, I think it's like mid-January, if I'm not mistaken, when the spring semester starts. But I don't know if I'm willing to risk that. And I don't know. I think it's just really scary, but I would love to go to Prague. That would be so cool. And my other option is London. And London is also the same amount that I paid in tuition for Italy. And that's why I'm a little like scared about it, because it is a little expensive, more so than Prague, which Prague, you can get a scholarship from the school that basically covers almost all of your tuition, which is awesome, since I don't have to worry about money nor food and fending myself. So that's why I was like, I've been really lenient towards the idea of going to Prague. But London is also really cool because you don't need a visa to go to London. And and you also don't have to pay for your food. There's a meal plan, so that's like the only thing that I kind of liked about it, is because I don't need a visa, nor do I need a shit ton of money to like fend for myself over there. But I don't know, it's been really expensive. Cause I thought, I worked over the summer, but I feel like but the people here are so nice. A lot of my like people that I go to school with, they've been having a really hard time adjusting in Italy. But honestly, I deadass think that was born in Italy at heart, because the people here are so nice. They're just so cool. I have made a couple of friends here and there that are Italian. Like, for example, there's this sandwich guy I made friends with literally the first day of our week being here, or the first week being here, and he was so fucking cool. He was so cool. I love that man. And he's a sandwich guy, and we've had conversations, and he thought that I was Italian, and I was like, no, I speak English. I'm so sorry. I also speak Spanish, but he mainly spoke English. Italian, and he knew a little bit of English. So I was like, okay, period. But college-wise, like, I really want to try to go for a second semester studying abroad and then transfer into a school. So far, my top pick is Boston University. I really want to go into Boston, or another university that is called the American University of Rome, because their tuition is a lot cheaper than Boston. And I would be staying in Rome, which that's pretty cool, honestly. Another question that I feel like y'all guys are talking about or wanting to know is like the traveling. So the traveling here is actually way more like easier than it is in the States. Like transportation wise, traveling wise, like what I do for a form of transportation is walking, and it's kind of nice because I live in an area where everything is like available here. So everything is just at a walking distance. Like the max that I would walk is like 30 minutes, and that's like to school. Everything else is like 7 minutes. Everything is so close by. But to school, it's like 30 minutes. Then I have using a scooter here, which is actually so much fucking fun. Me and my roommate, we did that at like 2 a.m. one day. Best fucking thing ever. That was so fucking fun. We went to Pisa one time, and that was so much fucking fun. The total that it was about like 18 from here and back. It was like a round trip. And that was a lot of fucking fun. My next idea to go on a trip, me and my roommate, we want to kind of go hit up France, because I really want to go to Paris, and then we want to hit up Milan. But that idea is still in the works, so we're gonna try to figure something out about that. But that's how it is here. So going back onto Pisa, we went to Pisa last weekend. Yeah, it was last weekend. We went to Pisa. That shit was so much fucking fun. And we kind of were arriving there a little bit later than we intended to. Like, I woke up a little bit late. I wanted to wake up at 5, and I think I woke up at like 6:30. And we had to be at the train station at like 6:50. So I literally had to get my stuff ready in 10 minutes. And mind you, the train station is kind of a ways away. But thankfully though, we did make it like a couple of minutes before, or yeah, a little bit before. And we we were in a hurry. I remember specifically that in our study group or in our like program, they had a discovery week for us and they explained about traveling here, and they said that for trains, you had to validate your ticket before you get on the train, because there's machines outside on like poles and stuff and podiums, like they're everywhere. And whenever we got there, we needed to validate our tickets. And I remember that we needed to specifically for that reason. Like we had to do that before we get on. And my roommate, she was like, no, like there will be somebody coming to validate them for us. And I was like, huh. So I was kind of like, okay. Then we got onto the bus. I was tired as fuck. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna snooze for just a little bit and we'll get there in 2 hours. So I was like, okay, whatever. So we do that. Like, I would say 30 minutes later, a guy comes walking around. He starts validating tickets. And I was like, okay, like I have my ticket ready. Didn't think anything of it. He goes to my roommate that's in front of us, and he apparently validated her ticket. And he was like, okay, you're good. He goes to my roommate next to me, and he was like, no, this isn't right. And I was like, huh? And then she was also like really confused. She was like, what do you mean? And he was like, yeah, this isn't right. Did you validate your ticket before getting on here? And I was like, my eyes kind of widened and I was like, oh, fuck. And I said, no. And he was like, well, you need to validate tickets before you get on here. And I was like, fuck, dude, like, what are we gonna do? And so he told me, he was like, you're gonna have to pay a fee. And I was like, shit. So he told us, he was like, okay, how are you gonna pay it? And I look over to my other friends and I tell them, and I was like, dude, like he told us that we needed to validate the ticket before we got on. And she was like, okay. So she hands us her card, and my roommate, before he told us the fee, she was like, well, if my roommate in front of me got accepted, then I should get accepted because we all have the same tickets. And he kind of looked like a confused face at her, and he was just kind of like, huh? And then he looks at her ticket and he was like, oh yeah, like, no, she's right. So I just think he didn't really give a fuck, but for some reason he did give a fuck for us, which I'm just like, oh, okay, whatever, fuck. Which that was a little weird. I don't know why. Like, we could have literally gotten away with it. I just don't know how he noticed ours. But he was like, oh, like, no, you're all gonna have to pay a fee. So we were just kind of like, shit, like, we don't know what to do. And the fee he was telling us was $60 per person. He was like, you're gonna have to pay 300. And we were like, what? What do you mean 300 euros? And so he kind of gave us the easiest route, because we were just kind of like freaking out. Like, he could tell that we were freaking out, and I was so out of it and I didn't really know what the fuck was going on. So he kind of knew that we were all just like a little like taken aback. So he sympathized with us and he was like, okay, well, this is what I can do. I can charge for 2 people so that it becomes 120 and not charge everybody else. And we're like, okay, fuck it, like, whatever. So we do that, and we do the shameful card insert, and that's how we pay for the fee. So it's really important to validate your tickets before you get on the train, because you will end up be paying 300 depending on who you have. We get there, and holy fucking shit, it was so beautiful. I could literally stare at that tower for so long, and it was just, it was so breathtaking. So obviously, as Americans, me and my roommates were like, dude, we gotta take some fucking silly ass pictures of the tower. So we're like, bet, we're gonna do that. My friend, she was like, dude, I wanna take one where it looks like I'm shitting it out. And I was like, that's so fucking fire. Let's do that. you know? So obviously she did it. It looks so cool. But we didn't stay there for much long because it's a pretty small area and we didn't want to do any touristy like tours or stuff because it gets pretty expensive. Let me show y'all a bunch of my postcards. Let's see. I have a lot. So these were the ones that I got in Pisa. These are so cute. I have a bunch more of like other locations that I went. Like I got one from whenever my school took us to Verona. Pisa was just like a personal trip that we did. We went to Cinque Terre, which is the 5 small towns or the 5 small cities. And me and my roommates, we went to this beach right here, Monterosso. Beautiful beach. That's the bluest fucking water I have ever seen. So as Pisa. Pisa was just a little bit more darker, but it was still really pretty and so clear. It was so pretty. I really like it so far. And those are mainly my only like takes that I can give. The food here is really good. There's a lot of hidden gems here in Florence that you just kind of need to like walk around and find out. We have found like a lot of international markets because I'm a person that misses my Dr. Pepper. I'm a Texas gal, so I miss my Dr. Pepper. And we found a place that gave Dr. Pepper. And I'm a person that likes the cherry one, so I found the cherry and strawberry cream. So I got that. And then a lot of the food here is just so fucking good, dude. Especially the sandwiches, like the deli sandwiches. Delicious. The coffee here too is really good. That's the fucking coffee that like they give you in like these little cups, but it will literally make you shit. Like it's like my constipation medication. If I'm not shitting, I will take a fucking coffee here and I will be good. I have been spending my money like fucking crazy. I recently got this bracelet, which I am so glad that I did. So this is the bracelet that I got. And it's the bracelet that you like, the Italian charm bracelet where like you hook on and it like separates and stuff, like that's what it is. And I got the Italian charm and it's so affordable. Like I thought it was gonna be like Pandora where it's like 100 and something for just like a charm and a bracelet, but no, it came out to be like $49 and it was really cool. And you get to add onto your collection with like other charms that they give out. So I decided to go with the Italian one because I think I want to dedicate this to Italy. So I'm gonna get like other charms that represent Italy and probably some other locations and some cute other things. And like, we have James Avery in Texas. So I was like, oh, I wish they had like a charm bracelet store where I can get that's dedicated for Italy. And literally God knew. And he was like, girl, let me give you something. Let me give you a place that I know that you would like. And it's so fucking cute because it's just like, it goes with everything. Then I've gotten like clothes here. I've gotten shoes. My shoes are like little ballet flats. Let me show you. These are my ballet flats. They are literally worn the fuck down because I wear them like everywhere. Here in Florence, that's like one of the popular businesses is like leather shops. So they're like made out of like authentically made. And they're so fucking cute. They were only 40 euros. I got them off a discount. They were on clearance. And then the guy gave me a student discount. So I got them. Shout out to Leonardo Shoes. So cute. So now I have done my makeup. I have talked more than done my makeup, but I do it pretty quick. Now I'm gonna change into my cute little outfit and I'll be right back. So I am ready for class now. I love this fit. It's been windy today, so I feel like I want to go with something more colder. And so this is the perfect outfit. This is thrifted, but I love it. I love it so much. It's so cozy, it's so comfortable. And I think in a bit I'm gonna start walking to class now. I know I said this last time that I'm gonna upload more videos, but I mean it this time. I'm like for real. I am fucking for real. So please keep me on that word. I hope this wasn't too boring. I don't know. I feel kind of iffy about this video, but I hope it's been okay. I want to try to make it as entertaining as much as possible. So I hope I did okay on that. And I have some other ideas of what other videos in the future might look like. So I hope I see y'all guys later, and I love y'all. And yeah, please boost the fuck out of this video. Like last video, it blew up, so I hope this one blows up too, because I know y'all guys are waiting to see what this is gonna look like. I know y'all guys are eager and asking the questions. Please, what it's like in Italy, please tell us, please tell us. So I hope this satisfied the public. Have a good day and think of me. Y'all guys are in the back of my brain, and y'all should also think of me as that well. What? I don't know where I'm going with that, but I hope y'all guys enjoyed this video, and I will keep posting more about what it's like living in Italy and what it's like to be famous, you know, because I know I'm rich and famous. So yeah, I love y'all. Love y'all.
Trop mal en